Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to discuss what is going on with the Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is a video game created by Ubisoft. Specifically, I want to discuss a character in the game that you will be able to play called Yasuke. Now for context, I will be jumping between two different articles here and you could read them along with me, but without further ado, let's get into it. The internet has been abuzz this week with the release of the announcement trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows. This entry takes place in the 16th century Japan toward the end of the Sengoku period. Like some previous Assassin's Creed games, it allows players to choose between two protagonists, Naoi, a female shinobi, and Yasuke, an African samurai. The announcement of a black protagonist in the game has sparked debate online. Many have questioned the historical accuracy of including a black samurai or argued that the protagonist should have been Asian. Ubisoft is known for striving for historical accuracy in many of its games, while infusing it with fictitious narratives and events. Although titles like Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey have deviated from this approach somewhat, however, historical records confirm that Yasuke was a real person. He worked under the service of Nobunaga, a prominent Japanese feudal lord, during the late 1500s, and he was even present during Nobunaga's final moments following a surprise attack by one of his trusted generals. IGN's editor Matt Kim made a great point in his recent article stating, "I don't want to see us have the roles we're expected to have. I want the roles we've not had before." It's true that Western media often whitewashes characters when actors of appropriate ethnic backgrounds could be cast. Matt's point is that instead of restricting Asians to traditional roles like samurai and ninja, we should break the mold and offer them opportunities to represent a wider variety of characters. You can read Matt's full article here where he delves deeper into this topic. And I'll go ahead and link the article here as well for you guys to read, but it is on IGN and it's called "Let's Not Pretend We're Mad the New Assassin's Creed Shadows Samurai Isn't Asian." Now, this brings me to my first point of this whole discussion. Now, when Matt says here, "Let's not pretend we're mad," this actually brings up another topic for us to look at. You see, there's this message or idea going around that everyone in Japan hates this video game because of Yasuke. And I want to show you guys why this idea is ridiculous and why you should not be so quick to believe whatever you see on the internet. In this second article here by The Gamer, it's called "Assassin's Creed Fans Are Spamming the Japanese Shadows Trailer with Dislikes." Assassin's Creed Shadows, previously codenamed Red, was finally unveiled last week and immediately drew backlash for historical inaccuracy and being quote-unquote woke because one of the protagonists is a black samurai in Japan, completely ignoring that he's based on a real historical figure called Yasuke. The trailer, which you can see a picture of it here, has been spammed with dislikes, garnering over 500,000 at the time of writing. But gamers didn't stop there. The same is happening with the Japanese trailer, as it is now over 38,000 dislikes. Many on social media are using this to argue that Japanese people find the game offensive, but reading the comments section paints a different picture. "Speaking as a Korean," one reads, "Hello, I'm from Iran," another says, "I'm Russian." The list goes on and on with people claiming to be from China, the Philippines, Sweden, Turkey, Brazil, the US, France, and many more countries that aren't Japan. One such fan tweeted, "The Japanese are not happy with Assassin's Creed Shadows," garnering over 41,000 likes, but in their own tweet, they show that they are among the many disliking the trailer. Basically, what the article is saying here is that despite the claims that Japan is furious over Yasuke, many of the comments being made here are from people who are not from Japan themselves. Now, with that in mind, let's continue to read more of what the article says here. Point number 2. Assassin's Creed Shadows is already one of the best-selling games on PlayStation in Japan. The Japanese PlayStation Store tells a completely different story to the rhetoric we're seeing on social media. Right now, Assassin's Creed Shadows is the third best-selling pre-order behind Final Fantasy XIV The Golden Legacy and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. What's more, it's the Ultimate Edition that people are pre-ordering, aka the most expensive version of the game. It's retailing in the UK at a staggering €114.99. Reports also surfaced yesterday that pre-orders across the board are strong despite the vocal backlash, so what we're seeing online is a vocal minority. If you are wondering why Yasuke could be so popular in Japan despite what some people want you to believe, there is a simple answer for it. And that answer is because Yasuke was and is an absolute legend to the Japanese people. He was a samurai retainer to a prominent Japanese feudal lord, and through his actions, he preserved the honor of Japan during a deadly ambush. He is looked at as a hero. The last thing I want to share with you guys today is this quote by the CEO and founder of Saturday AM, Frederick Jones, who also weighed in on this topic. Frederick also dealt with similar criticism ever since he started Saturday AM 10 years ago. Unfortunately, none of the silliness over this Yasuke Assassin's Creed thing is surprising. When I started Saturday AM a decade ago, I would routinely read social media posts from people claiming that the Japanese would never approve of manga made by black people or starring black people. And, as in this case, I suspect that none of those people were Japanese. It's sad, but that's one of the routine and problematic things black and brown people and anime fans face. Routine harassment by non-Japanese people, sometimes of the same race, who try to shame those of us who choose to be more involved in the hobby. When I went to Japan when I was 15 through a Sister Cities program and learned about Yasuke for the first time, the Japanese people who told me about him were proud of him. This was nearly over 30 years ago, so the idea that this is some woke thing is not only ahistorical, but a projection from those who genuinely dislike seeing black people in any capacity other than the villain or the victim. Saturday AM, the world's most diverse manga brand, applauds companies that take risks to tell more interesting and diverse stories. But what do you think? Was Ubisoft's decision bold, or does it detract from Asian representation? So I think what Fred says here perfectly summarizes the whole situation regarding Yasuke and Ubisoft, and I think that instead of being so quick to hate on things that disagree with our own worldview, we should all be trying to look at things with an open mind and be treating each other with kindness. But please let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. I want to try to bring in some perspective and positivity to the community around me, and I hope videos like mine are helping to do that. And I also hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. This is Jackie Star, signing out.